What's your favorite song of all time? What are your favorite songs 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 of all time? What's your favorite song of all time?
If you've been on any form of social media in the last few years, you've definitely seen a video like this. A guy walking around a city or a park asking people, "What's your favorite song?" And it really got me thinking, why is that question so difficult? Is your favorite song the quote unquote best song you've ever heard? Is your favorite song maybe the song that you've listened to the most? Or is it even the song that you have the most fond memories with? What constitutes a song being your favorite song? When watching these videos for the first time, I could give you a different answer for every single interpolation of the question, but not a definitive one. Not a overarching favorite song of all time. Maybe like 2 years ago, I would say it would be some Daniel Caesar or some Brockhampton song, but not one definitive song. But towards the end of 2020, a friend of mine introduced me to a band called Sweet Trip, and it's safe to say that they've made me change my mind about that question. For those who are unfamiliar with them, Sweet Trip was a indie pop, electronic, and shoegaze band originating in San Francisco, and over the last few years have become one of, if not my favorite band of all time. Their unique blend of dreamy and catchy indie pop ballads, as well as great song structure, what first caught my eye in their 2009 release, You Will Never Know Why. But it wasn't until I heard their 2003 album that I was truly blown away. Enter Velocity Design Comfort. To me, VDC is a once-in-a-lifetime album. I've never heard anything like it before. It's crazy and really good elements of glitchy and textured IDM mixed with shoegaze, pop, electronic elements. Just the variety is crazy. And some songs will have you like, and then other songs will have you like,
Lies behind you, who can't get out.
oh, and you best believe it's gonna have you like this.
It's true.
But in the midst of the crazy highlights and the insane tracks on this album, there's one that stands above the rest for me. And to me, this is the single most beautiful, enamoring, transcendent piece of music that I've ever heard. And that is the second to last song on this album, To All the Dancers of the World, a round form of fantasy. Throughout VDC, a lot of songs follow a similar yet disorienting structure, where either a ambient, more abrasive electronic piece, or a more pop sequence is played in the beginning of the song, then leads to a gradual buildup in the song, the eventual climax, and then slowly transforming into the next song, kind of following the pattern of a computer booting up and shutting down. But To All the Dancers starts off with these very soft and warm synth melodies, and then leading and transitioning into the beautiful and very serene vocals of Valerie Cooper. Valerie is also joined by Roberto, the other vocalist in the group, in an echoing of soft and gentle vocal melodies, following the rhythm of the synths, adding a very hypnotic feeling to this opening passage of the song. Then the beat starts to take form, as a rippling and more pointed synth are added, slicing through the serene atmosphere created thus far, and pushing forward a more robotic element to the ongoing melodies that are being sung. The synth glitches and pops throughout, and pauses right before the first verse of the song. In the first verse, Valerie sings about a presumed lover, singing that they're a ray of light in the night sky, and that she wouldn't mind being graced by their beautiful smile. And as these sweet lyrics are being sung, is being contrasted by the now more glitchy and hectic IDM beat pulsating in the back of the track, further showing a contrast between the human elements of being in love and the motionless but expressive sounds of the robotic synths and noises. The song then glitches again, opening a passage of synthetic snapping, crackling, and popping that cascades throughout, leading to another verse where Valerie once again sings about being with her loved one, wishing to hold their hand and walk down the street together, autographing their lives in the snowy air. A very vivid and pretty scene, but this time the verse itself is engulfed in the glitching of the beat, Valerie's voice having a very robotic tone that melds into the very human scene that was painted. Then, very suddenly, the beat completely switches into a fast-paced breakbeat, changing and shocking the tone of the song, with Valerie repeating a refrain of a few times. To me, this part is the most unexpected part of the song, but it's so welcome. It really keeps the listener on their toes and keeps adding to the dichotomy of the human versus robotic characteristics, with how as soon as more heartfelt, introspective lyrics are shared, the song itself is morphed into almost a different song, showing the robotic cliches of not understanding human emotion, specifically love. But as soon as this all happens, the beat actually shifts back to the beat in the beginning of the song, bringing the song down to a more somber point once more. The song continues to crackle and pop, but this time backed with more restrained vocals and what sounds to be a warped synth guitar, all building an atmosphere of anticipation, making it clear that something big is about to happen. The synth guitar comes to the forefront, playing a beautiful riff that does nothing more but perfectly allude to the climax of the song. Then suddenly, bliss. When someone describes a song as transcendent, I usually don't really think of much, but that word perfectly describes this song for me. It's the feeling that your body is being enveloped in a golden light as it's lifted into the air. Maybe a bit too literal, but that's what I think of. It's euphoria, joy, it's the feeling of love being encapsulated into a single moment. The pureness of music going through all boundaries in a single moment that you don't want to end. A warmth that you don't want to leave you. Then suddenly, it leaves, and it's replaced with a mesmerizing panning of synths and distortion, almost feeling like you're beginning to descend down to earth, sobering you from the experience you just had. And then it just ends. For me, this feeling in a song cannot be replicated in any capacity. Songs have made me have that feeling of bliss or euphoria before. Songs like To Hear Us When by My Buddy Valentine, or Self-Control by Frank Ocean. But To All the Dancers takes that feeling and completely makes it its own, flooding the listener with overwhelming and sonically rich instrumentation that reverberates in the airs, crescendoing as the passage continues. To quote Sweet Trip themselves, the inspiration behind the song was a crush and a wish, and I couldn't agree more. To me, it's the feeling of love in its purest form, the infatuation of your loved one, and that first kiss, innocent in its wonder. For this video, I didn't want to just share my opinions on the song, so I thought it would be interesting if I asked the opinions of some of my friends. So I had some of them listen to the song and just record some words, characteristics, or general feelings that came up when listening to it. And to be honest, just the idea of sharing music with people is very exciting for me. So I had 9 of my friends listen to the song, and this is what I got. Starting off with my girl Angel, she said, Joji vibes, in space, quotation marks, what's happening, and quotation marks, and experience. Tata said universal, underwater, and spaceship. Lydia said, and I really like this description actually, mystical girl calling for somebody, fleeting, a dream. For these next two, I was actually in the room when this happened and watching them the entire time. So I have Annette saying, very consistent rhythm, an ever growing track, trying to pursue your dreams, racetrack, going around, feeling free, thankful for what you've been given. And Jamar said, the glitching gave anxiety, uncomfortable feeling, like the build up in the climax, storytelling aspects with the rising climax and resolution, like how there is a texture to the song, layers to the song, scratchy, grainy, and later there's a sharper, blunt sound, texture in the layering, nostalgic feeling during the climax. Alex said that he liked it that I turned it up during the climax. For almost every single person that I showed the song to, I knew exactly what part they were listening to as they were listening, so I would either turn it up or do certain modifications to make the experience a little bit better. So I turned it up during the climax, quotation marks, your memory is washing over you like a wave. Really, really liked it. The climax was amazing. Lauren said the first half was eccentric and unexpected. Felt very chaotic with all the different noises. The ocean wave sounds made me feel very giddy, and I never heard anything like that before. Lisa said some parts toward the end made me feel like I was at the ocean, beachy vibe, very calm in the beginning, very smooth transition, liked it, very relaxing. And finally, Marissa said a lot of different noises, made my senses tingle, full immersion ride, definitely something you sit and listen to. Liked the build of the climax, the panning was really nice, and you can't predict anything when you listen to this song. So, to conclude, to me, To All the Dancers is a song that words don't really do justice of. The emotion and opulence of the track truly transcends the experience of simply music, or at least for me. It's a perfect song and a perfect album. To All the Dancers will forever be Sweet Trip's masterpiece, and my shining example of what music is meant to encapsulate, the raw and visceral expression of emotion, and in this case, love and bliss in its purest form. And that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched to the end, I really, really appreciate it. I've been having this video idea for a very, very long time, and to finally have it done is really, really exciting, and I'm proud of myself for it. So thank you for watching. I do have more plans for this channel. I know I said that last time I uploaded, 2 years ago, basically, and 1.5 years ago. But yeah, I do plan to do longer form, shorter form videos. Not only here, but also on TikTok and Instagram. So I'll be posting the links to those social media platforms in the description box. But I'll also be posting a full-fledged Velocity Design comfort video. I'm not going to say soon, but at some point, because I do have a lot of thoughts and my own personal takes on the album that I not cover on this video. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, make sure to let me know. I'll be posting it anyways at some point, but yeah, just to let you know that's coming out pretty soon, or in the near future. So yeah, thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see y'all soon.